Hi grade 5s, and today we are going to study for English about extreme weather. What are extreme weather? Those are climate of its nature in extremely harsh forms. It can be very dangerous. For example, monsoon season. Okay, what is a monsoon season? It occurs when it is a lot of flooding. For example, in flooding, people and animals can drown. For example, it's a heavy rains and it's flooding and then people can drown from it. For example, it can be very dangerous. You remember 2 years ago about those football team that was stuck in a cave in Chiang Rai in Thailand? That was during their monsoon season, so it was very dangerous because the cave was flooded. Summer can be also drought. If we have drought, we have no water, so we can dehydrate because we have no water, especially in the desert where water is limited. So that's a very harsh climate because it's very dry and water are limited. Have you ever thought of how animals in the desert survive, like the camels and the snakes and the lizards? That's a very good question. But are humans able to survive in the desert with no water? I doubt it. The next one would be winter. Winter, well, in Cambodia we don't really have winter, but what about Alaska, Russia, Japan, China, and America, and even South Africa? We have winter. Some countries have a snow blizzard, which is like a snowstorm. For example, in Switzerland, you have avalanches, okay? An avalanche is when a huge amount of snow is going down the mountain and it crushes everything in its path. So that can also be very dangerous. So that can be also an extreme weather. Hurricane season. Where do we normally get a hurricane season? Yes, hurricane season is normally in the USA. It's more in the Gulf of Mexico or in Florida, where there is a tropical climate, and it normally occurs over September, October, and November months in the United States. So what's a hurricane? A hurricane normally consists of heavy winds and rain. So in that case, normally trees get knocked off, get knocked over, roofs and houses are getting damaged, and also a lot of flooding. People can actually die from a hurricane. For example, flooding, drought, snowstorms, and hurricanes are all examples of extreme weather. Extreme weather is a very harsh condition to be in. For example, hurricane is not a nice or pleasant experience to be in a flood or be in drought or caught in a snowstorm or a hurricane, because it can kill you. Alright, I have given you some worksheets. For example, you have a comprehension test about India crippled by extreme weather. I need you guys to go through it and then answer the questions that follow, like the reading comprehension. The first question is: complete the following table with the appropriate information from the text. What, where, and when. And read paragraph 2 and mention the effect of the natural disaster. For example, if you read paragraph 2, and what kind of effects can I have? What kind of effects do a natural disaster have? Number 3, correct the following false statements with the details from the text. Answer the following questions. Give a personal and justified answer for the following question. That will be for your comprehension test as well. And then the next one would be parts of the year. Parts of the year. So you have a column, and then you please need to identify which season is that and which part of the year do we get that. Remember, we talk about Western seasons, not Asian seasons, because we are talking about 4 seasons a year, and in Cambodia or in Asia there's only, or in Southeast Asia there's only 3 seasons, which is known as what? Summer, summer, and summer, right? Now I'm only joking. So we have what? We have summer, rainy season, and winter in Southeast Asia. But can you remember the 4 seasons in the Western world? Yes, very good. So you'll need to identify the season. So at the outer column, you tell me that season and you tell me which part of the year are they. For example, if you have summer at the, so if you have, if January, February, March is summer, then you write Jan, February, March, and at the, so Jan, February, March, and at the outer column you write which season is it. And so you do all 4. For example, each season is generally 3 months. So please, you make use of the internet to check your seasons and when they are during the month of the year. With at the bottom, please identify what kind of type of weather is that. For example, sunny, cloudy, windy, rainy, thunderstorms, and snowy. And as well is, so for the last one, you need to read what season is it. So you will have 4 paragraphs, and please identify which season is each. Alright guys, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!